Red Rez.
Alright, welcome to a Red Rez special, Soapbox Edition. This time it's about the incoming news of a possible Legend of Zelda Netflix series.
Yeah, it kind of caught us off guard when we heard about it.
There's a lot of, the internet, when you're on a forum or when you're on a Reddit, there's always that guy. My uncle works for Nintendo, and he's mom's secret cousin.
Nintendo.
And so you kind of never know what to trust and what not to trust. But this comes from the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, so it's a trusted source.
He says his trusted source states that Netflix is working on a Legend of Zelda TV series. Well, actually, no, it would be TV series. It would be Netflix, online series.
Yeah.
With a Game of Thrones-esque
So
atmosphere for children,
feel
for the
it.
family.
For a family audience.
Legend of Zelda, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones for the family.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that?
I think it could be a good idea if pulled off right. But also, if done wrong, it could turn into this disaster that was,
Excuse me, princess!
Excuse me, princess!
Well, so the source also states that they're not very far in development with it, and so there's basically a long road ahead for them. So it's dangerous to go alone. They should probably take this.
They should probably take this.
They also state that they want the writer to be well versed in the material, which I think is... Now, here's the thing.
Smart.
Now, all right, the incoming news borderline is that there's rumors of a Legend of Zelda series at Netflix. Now, when you break this information down, there's a lot of things to consider. The first thing, I think, is how Nintendo is with their properties. I'm just going to list off some of the instances where Nintendo has been very protective.
And the times where they've been very loose as well.
So, on the one side, you have Wreck-It Ralph. That was a movie that basically Disney had to check in almost every day with Nintendo to show them their progress on how Bowser looked in the movie to make sure that it was in tune with Nintendo's vision. On the other side, you have the news and the statements that Iwata has been making, basically saying that we are open to more collaborations because of the growth it promotes for our third parties and for our company as a whole.
They really need, because it's they're not doing so well money wise, honestly.
Yeah, they're finally on the road to
they're
profit
getting
for
better.
the first time, but they're still not where they would like to be. And the funny thing is, for that example, you have Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors.
You do, which is an amazing collaboration between
the developers of
Tecmo
Warriors.
Yeah.
And so that's on one hand, you have Nintendo being holding the leash pretty harshly, but then on the other hand, you have them loosening it because of what the great things that can result from it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you mention something like a live action Nintendo property, the first thing you think of is Mario Bros. Is the John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins Mario Bros. And have you seen the movie?
I have seen the movie. The movie's absolute garbage.
Is it really bad? Is it?
It is terrible. There's no redeeming qualities about that movie whatsoever.
So, in your opinion, is this Legend of Zelda series a good idea?
If done right, yes. If they put the time and the effort and the money that this project deserves, I say yes.
See, I think from the get-go, Nintendo should be involved with animation, right? You have the Pikmin shorts that were just released. Those were fantastic.
Those were awesome.
That was hilarious. They were hilarious. I loved it. You had this Mario Bros. Cartoon and the season of Legend of Zelda that ran for like I said, one season.
Well, that was terrible.
But Mario Bros. I think it was 3 or 4.
Yeah, well,
it was Mario Bros. and it was Mario World.
And then it didn't. It was Mario 3 and Mario World. Yeah.
And though I enjoyed them, and I think they were good for what they were, which was a good Saturday morning, game
for
cartoon.
kids.
That's what Captain.
But the thing is, most of the Zelda fan base is our age, basically.
if not older. Which I think, so that's why I think this is a good idea, because Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I mean, those are huge. You look at the sales for the box office, I mean, it is insane the money that's made. And then you look at Game of Thrones, and it's sweeping television by storm. So for Nintendo to come up with something like that, it's lightning in a bottle.
It really is.
But they would have to, make a good series. They would have to get someone very familiar to the source material.
Yeah.
Who's willing to put in, first thing, should Link talk?
Should Link talk? I think that he kind of would have to.
Man of few words. It would be only when necessary, but he should be like that stoic, kind of like Samurai Jack. In the Samurai Jack cartoon,
I
never
would
talked for the most part.
I would agree with that, where he would talk only when
like it really helped the story.
Yeah.
And when he did talk, it was really like powerful because it was obviously meant to create some type of feeling in you. You know?
Yeah.
How old should Link be?
I think he should be a teenager, like 19, something like that.
I can see that. Is there anyone you would want cast as him off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, no. I can't really think of anybody.
It's a hard look to really pin down in a person.
Someone who looks like Legolas, honestly.
Orlando Bloom, you got another one coming. You got another token epic coming, so to speak.
And I died.
Now, Netflix as a whole has been getting a bunch of exclusive TV shows. You have Marvel, you know, who's creating 4 TV shows with them. Luke Cage,
Jessica Jones,
Daredevil, and Iron Fist. 5. And then they meet up all together for a Defenders show.
Which is going to be fucking awesome.
You have DreamWorks creating...
Oh, yeah.
all of their movies. Like, they have a bunch of episodes. Turbo... I know they moved, I think Kung Fu Panda to it, and I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's a bunch of other ones I can't remember off the top of my head. But
Netflix is
the destination.
Is versed
it's becoming the destination for exclusive shows. So the question is, do you think it's going to happen?
I think that it has the potential to happen. Whether or not it will is entirely up to Nintendo at this point. I want to see it because I'm curious. It has me very curious. But yeah, I think we should be hopeful for it. You know.
I think the biggest indicator of it possibly happening is both Hyrule Warriors and the state of Nintendo at the moment. I think they're realizing that because they're already, they've stated that their third pillar now is game software, game hardware, and quality of life, health. They've created, they've moved into the health
I would
market.
consider TV quality of life.
So it's obvious that Nintendo is opening up to different realms. They started out as a toy company.
They did. No, it started off as a card company.
As a card company, yes. A card company and a toy company, and they've made even weirder stuff in between.
Yeah.
So it's obvious that Nintendo is ready to move. Stay with video games, but open up to larger field of subjects because they're not going to open a phone in anytime soon. I mean, the biggest most people say smart decision will be a cell phone. If they're not going to go that route, they're going to have to make use of their properties and the history behind it. If they do make it, what do you think should be next after Legend of Zelda? What should be the next property that they move on?
Well, I want to see an animated Mario.
Yes,
but
that would be
that's
beautiful.
just me.
There's Splatoon that they're coming out with. I think that's ripe for cross-media,
Oh, it really is.
promotion. Little figurines, super soakers,
Amiibos,
absolutely. A Sunday morning cartoon.
Splatoon would be perfect. If they wanted to.
I think that's the perfect game that they could do it for because it's. I mean, you run the risk of alienating, your Mario audience when you do something like that. But Splatoon is a brand new game.
It's something new and fresh, which Nintendo has been often criticized for not doing. But here they go, a brand new franchise. But I'm excited to see it.
I mean, Sonic Boom was a game that the game was horrible, but the show is pretty decent. It has It has a couple of funny moments.
Yeah.
And even if the game isn't good, you still get that audience for the cartoon if it airs at the correct time.
Yeah.
Which with Netflix you wouldn't have to worry about.
Yeah, you can just binge watch them all.
You said animated Mario. Might as well either be that or oh man, a Samus space.
A Metroid? Oh no! I don't want to see that because she needs to shut her mouth.
She doesn't. But I think that's something. Maybe like a Netflix movie, like what's the one that's on Netflix now? Like Space Harlock and the Space Pirate or something. Sir Harlock and the Space Pilot. Something like it's an anime, a CGI anime. It's a space pirate, well, as the title says, and it's really cool. And I think something along the lines of that, done with Metroid, could really break in a new audience. A cool galactic warfare, because they haven't done anything with the property.
They really haven't, and but I feel like they could. But like I said, that's why a lot of people didn't like
Other M.
Other M because she just is supposed to be a strong protagonist, and you know she talks a lot.
You know what we need? We need another Donkey Kong cartoon.
Another
That thing was so weird.
That
and
Donkey
so
Kong cartoon was
crudely
awesome.
animated.
I absolutely loved it. From what I remember.
Yeah, right. You look at it now, and so yeah, upcoming news: the possibility of a Zelda Netflix series.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what could happen.
We'll keep you posted. This is Red Derez.
Wait, let me just fix this first.
What?
Oh fuck, you might kill me.
So I guess we're making Game of Thrones Legend of Zelda. Until next time.
Next time, take it easy.
Boobs.
Boobs.